Welcome to the Right Club Podcast, where the focus is on helping you, the real estate investor, advance to the next level. And now let's join this week's hosts and share ways for you to customize your life.
You know, that's really interesting you say about understanding what real estate investors' learning styles are. How do you figure that out? Because it's easy to say, but it's not that easy to do because I know there's a lot of things you have to do, but why don't you tell us what you do?
I stay quiet and listen. I get to know them as people, investors in particular, they move very, very quickly, and others, because they're not living in the house, they're renting it out to tenants, and that could be a potential sort of point of contention for them. So I listen to their wants and needs, and I apply it to what I know about the market as well. So now that I know a client wants, let's say, X, Y, and Z, then that gives me the ability to go into my arsenal of strategies and tools to say, this is how I'm going to cater to them specifically. And, it just sort of goes back to that number one question that real estate agents get asked all the time. What's the market like? I always answer that question by asking the following question. Which market are you referring to specifically? Because again, with the media and even with the beauty of social media, it is information overload for the consumer and for members of the public. It's as if they're trying to drink a glass of water from the Niagara Falls. So I always say to people, let's pinpoint exactly which market you're referring to, and let's sit down and let's talk about it. And in that process, I'm a big Judge Judy fan. She always says you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And I just let them talk and get to know more about them as a person, about their real estate portfolio and their wants and needs.
When you say, that you ask the question, which market, I think that's really, really key, because so many people think that the market is really, really large, right? But we know, those of us in the real estate investing world, that there's the country of Canada. Well, if you say what is the average price of a house in Canada, that's a question that really doesn't make any sense because every province is different. So then you take the province. Well, you can't do that for the entire province. I don't care whether it's BC or Newfoundland or Nova Scotia or Ontario. The province is very diverse, and there's many, many markets within that province. And you break it down further. What region? Well, okay, let's just take the GTA. Because you work there, but there's many, many different markets within the GTA, correct?
Exactly. And there's different demographics, and that drives the market differently as well.
Yeah, so you can literally drill down to neighborhoods if that's depending on what your investor wants.
Absolutely. And you know what? This is where my experience and knowledge and education really helps me develop a successful business, because my secret sauce is educating them as real estate individuals. I'm going to create a custom tailor-made system just for you. And in the process, I get to know them as individuals as well. And that's my secret sauce. I share that with soon-to-be real estate agents. I share all of my success. I share all of my failures, and most importantly, all of my lessons, because eventually there's a new wave of registrants that are coming into the industry. And like I said earlier, I'm consumed by servicing people. Because I was able to find a strategy that helped me and I became successful, I said, you know what, I've got to emulate this. I've got to repeat it and share it with people. So graciously, I've been so lucky and so humbled by the fact that even with my clients, they come back to me. There's repeat business constantly, and there's referrals, which is the biggest compliment that I could ask for.
Thanks for listening to the Right Club Podcast, where the focus is on helping all levels of real estate investors advance to the next level and help you customize your life. Be sure to tune in next week at rightclub.com/podcast or wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you get a few seconds, please rate the podcast wherever you're listening. It helps the show get noticed by others like you, and we truly appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe.